time management and why it is so important in our life?
Um, all right. So time management is basically about using your time effectively, planning, organizing, and prioritizing to get things done. Seems simple, right? It's important because, well, time's the one thing we can't get more of. Good time management cuts stress, productivity, and honestly gives you more room for the stuff you actually want to do. What's your biggest time suck at the moment if you had to pick one?
Okay, so how I can schedule our timetable or task? Can you give some
Okay,
suggestion about managing our time or prioritize our task?
definitely. A lot of people swear by the Eisenhower matrix. It's a way of categorizing tasks by urgency and importance. You end with four quadrants: do first, schedule, delegate, and eliminate. Basically, anything truly important and urgent gets done immediately. Important but not urgent gets scheduled. Urgent but not important gets delegated if possible. Anything that's neither urgent nor important gets cut. That sound like something you'd find helpful? Or are you more of a list maker, a calendar person, or something else entirely?
Can you please explain with a suitable example?
Sure thing. Let's say you have a project deadline next week that's worth a big chunk of your grade. That's urgent and important, so then you have hitting the gym, which is important for your health, but not necessarily urgent, so you schedule that in. A friend asks you to help them with something small right now that doesn't really affect anything. That's something you might delegate or politely decline. And scrolling endlessly on TikTok, that falls into eliminates. Get it? Does framing things that way click for you?
Okay, that's good. You say that timetable or time management is reduce our stress, but do you don't think that if I schedule all the day, then I become frustrated over everything according to schedule?
That's a really good point, actually. You're right to call that out. If a schedule's too rigid, it can totally backfire and add more stress. It's about finding a balance. Think of a timetable as a guide, not a prison. Build in buffer time for the unexpected and don't beat yourself up if things don't go exactly as planned. Life happens. What do you think would help you avoid feeling trapped by a schedule?
Sorry, I don't understand. Can you please repeat it question?
No problem at all. You're wondering if having a really strict schedule might actually make you more stressed if things don't go exactly as planned, right? You feel like it could be frustrating to be tied down to everything. That's a
Yeah,
valid concern. It's about
yeah.
finding a balance.
But I am a, employee and I follow the schedule daily. Get up early in the morning and do routine work. And when I end up my routine work, I have very small time left. So at that small time, how I can manage that time?
Ah, gotcha. So you already have a pretty packed day with work, and you're trying to figure out how to squeeze in personal stuff. That's tough. It sounds like you're already disciplined, which is great. Maybe we can look at carving out small pockets of time. Like, could you listen to an audio in your commute or use a 15-minute break for a quick walk? Sometimes even little bits add up. What does that small bit of time usually look like for you now?
Okay, so you mean that I do multitasking. Am I correct?
Not necessarily multitasking, actually. Multitasking gets a bad rap because it often means you're not fully focused on anything. I was thinking more about micro optimizations, small focus bursts of activity during otherwise dead time. Like instead of scrolling on your phone during a commute, you're listening to something educational, but making the most of those little slivers, not trying to do two things at once. That makes sense?
Okay, as you talking about the scrolling on social media, I often happen with me that I have some purpose or I try to find something on my mobile phone. When I open my mobile phone and just go to social media and find to a specific topic, but when I open my social media account, I uh, often go detract and go to another video and another video. That's, I think that a lot of time is wasted here. How I can avoid this uh, attitude?
Oh, the social media vortex. It's brutal, isn't it? It's designed to be addictive, honestly. A couple of things might help. First, try setting a timer. Seriously. I'm going to check Instagram for 10 minutes. Then I'm done. And actually stop when the timer goes off. Second, delete the apps from your home screen. Put them in a folder. Make it less immediate. Finally, ask yourself, before you open the app, what am I actually trying to accomplish? If it's just to avoid boredom, maybe find a different boredom buster. Have you tried any of those things before?
Okay, you
Just
mean that
checking still with me?
okay, you mean that special trained persons are sitting behind the social media platform and regularly upgrade the system that the people are more and more use their platforms. So we should try to avoid these platforms or make this platform useful for ourselves and the other.
Whoa, you are spot on. That's surprisingly insightful. Yeah, there's a whole field of behavioral psychology built into those platforms, designed to keep you hooked. It's not accidental. It's not about avoiding them entirely, but being aware of that manipulation and consciously choosing how you use them, making them tools rather than letting them use you. I'm impressed, Mubin. That's a really astute observation.
Okay, nice to talk with you. Hope so. Our audience also give some information about this talk.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad I could offer some thoughts.
Okay,
It was a good conversation, Mubin. And
thank.
hey, if you're up for it, maybe next time we could talk about how to actually build a schedule that feels freeing, not restrictive.
Okay,
Or we could dive into the psychology of habit formation. Just a thought. Have a good one. Come
thank you
back
very much.
anytime.
Okay,
Oh,
Allah.
all right.